Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery. 22 veterans a day in this country take their own lives. Vets, listen to me, guys. Man, I love y'all. You have a place here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. Scab, how in this world do you do that, son? Why don't break the damn law? And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. Let me take a few minutes, guys. Today's our 20th anniversary of the attacks of 9/11. There are a lot of remembrance videos out there, and hats off. You guys did a phenomenal job. I'm not going to try to name names because there's so many, but check out D-Bad's. Donnie, brother, from the depths of my soul, son, I love you. D-Bad's my boy. I appreciate you. Thank you for everything you do. Go over there and check out his video. I'm doing this video regular today. Why? Well, really, to tell those who attacked us to go to hell. We're going to live our lives the way we live our lives. You feel me? So I try to remember every day those who've served and sacrificed. That being said, this is just a celebration of being able to do what we're able to do as Americans, and that's run around and play with a knife in the woods. Now, today we're doing the Condor German Aviator Machete. A German machete made in El Salvador. Son, you just can't get more American than that. It comes with a nice leather sheath. Now, it's got about a 16¼ inch blade, but you only get about 14 inches of cutting surface, and that's plenty. The handle is 4¼ something like that. Where your actual hand goes, it's just shy of 4, and it has a guard on it, and it's square at the bottom, and I absolutely hate it. I'm just going to be honest with you. I love Condor. God knows I do. This is my 10th Condor, and if I had to rank them 1 through 10, it is simply number 10 because of the handle. Now, here's what people will immediately do. Scab, that's the way they used to make handles. Past 30 years, you have small handles, son. That's the way we had it in my day. You just had a small handle and you liked it. I don't give a damn. I don't want a small handle. I got big hands. Now, that being said, it's rosewood and it's a very, very well constructed handle. This knife is a tank. Actually, guys, it's about 3/16 inch thick. Let me look here. Little Scab, pull the tape measure out there, son. 3/16 right on it. So we've got a thick machete. I love the blade, really do, and I love Condor. The Moonshiner is one of my favorites. Now, my guy Dan over at Blind Owl Bushcraft made him a Moonshiner. He made him one. It's badass. Go check out Dan at Blind Owl Bushcraft. Now, this thing comes with a leather sheath. Condor does excellent with their sheaths. Nylon strap. You see it's looking good there on the scab. It's about the size of my leg. I'm built like the world's tallest dwarf. There ain't nothing I can do about it. My body's longer than my legs, so we just do what we do. Now, get a little close up here. We're doing some things different today. Just let y'all check it out a little bit. For a machete, now at 3/16 inch thick, the argument then becomes, is it a machete or is it a sword? Well, it's a machete. Here's the thing. I wanted to get out. I wanted to do a few knife tests. We did a lot of chopping right here. And in all fairness, I've been talking to Joe, and I talked yesterday to Matthew Jensen for quite a while. And Matt's just enthralled with me in the channel, and he loves me dearly. And, that's just the way it is. Now, I asked Matt to check out a couple videos, give me some pointers, and give me a critical eye. That's what I needed. And so we talked, and we're going to try to do some things differently. I hope you enjoy it. Of course, if you don't, you'll let me know right off the rip, I'm sure. So we wanted to do a few regular tests, cutting paracord, chopping, cutting some nylon rope, that kind of thing. But you can't test a machete in your front yard. I mean, you can to a degree, guys, but you got to have some woodage. You know what I'm saying? So here in a second, we're going to stroll out to the woods. We get close to Fort Scab Tongaroga and just start doing some clearing. For most folks, they're heading into the fall. We wear shorts at Christmas. It'll be a nice, crisp 80 degrees. So, we might get a cool snap, but I go ahead about this time of year. I want to start clearing out around Fort Scab Tongaroga. Plus, it's a good way to show you the capabilities of the machete. Now, I tried to do a little push coat on the rope, just kind of messing around, just, being scabbed for whatever reason. It didn't do super bad. I will say this, the Machete come in, if we had to go 1 through 10, 10 being the sharpest, 1 being dull, I'd have to go with a 4 or a 5. It's not uncommon for Condor for me to have to reprofile or resharpen a blade. Now, is that a big deal to me? No. But I wanted to tell you up front, I sharpened it. We're probably at a 7 or an 8, somewhere in there. High 7, let's say that. I didn't go overboard with it. It's got we went ahead with a 20-degree edge bevel, and then you've seen at the front me stropping it up some. This is where that handle, now, let me say this, if you have smaller hands, medium to small hands, you might be okay. There's no way that I would send this knife like to D-Bad. I don't think he could grip it. I have big hands. D-Bad has extra large hands. So when I'm talking about this right here, this is where I started to feel that square base. That is, again, not unusual for Condor. I will take my work sharp and across the back of the base of the handle, the butt cap, I guess you want to call it. Now, it is full tang construction. It's not really a butt cap. It's all one single piece. The piece on the end there. I'll take my work sharp. I'll go across it with a high grip belt, sand it down, and it'll be okay. But I would be remiss if I did not tell you that this thing ate my hand up. The right there, and I'm going to show you in a minute what I'm talking about, but I wanted you to see how deep this thing sinks. That's the thing, guys. This is 1075 high carbon steel, very, very easy to sharpen. Swings really good. It's when it lands. It just kind of eats my hand up a little bit. Now, if I try to inch my hand forward, we've got that large guard there. Creates a hot spot. Here's the thing. The Moonshiner, the Moonstalker, the Atrox, the Woodbuster, I love those handles from Condor. And had they went with any of those on this Machete, I'd have to give this Machete probably a solid 8 or 9 out of 10. It's just, and I want to say this because people, I was good, I've had Condor for years. Okay, that tremendous. You missed the whole part where I said I've got 9 or 10 of them and I love them. I'm just saying this particular, and I want to love it. Here's why I want to love it. When I first started the channel, I bought a cold steel gross messer. Straight up badassery. 100% badass. It got stolen. I don't know that I've ever said that on the channel. I didn't lose it. You don't lose a 36-inch long cold steel gross messer. Could y'all imagine if I could take that to work with me and sit in that throne that I want, hint, hint to Megan, for my birthday? It would be amazing. But now I don't have the throne and I don't have my gross messer. I hope the person that stole it falls on it. I'm just being honest with you. You say, Scab, you kind of wound up today. No, not. Look at that. Look at the sharpness there, old Scab. About hit my camera. I'm not wound up at all. I just don't have anything for a thief. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's where I'm talking about, guys. Terrible. Terrible. And here's the deal. If somebody has one of these and you've got a medium to small hand, hit me up with a video response. This ain't about arguing. Megan had told me the other day, she said, babe, you've got to, some of these knives, you've got to be more upfront if you don't like. Thanks, hon. Here's the thing. I think with me it's this. One, I'm never going to trash a company. Just not, it doesn't benefit me to do it at all. I don't design knives. I don't build knives. I test knives. So who the hell am I to trash anybody? So I'm not doing that here. I'm just saying this would be a 10. See, look, great swing. And, some of that's old Scabber. Nah, I've told y'all a million times I'm a novice at best. Novice at best. But anyway, the gross messer, I got a little rambly there. The gross messer looked just like this. Actually, their 1917 Frontier buoy is blued. Cold Steel's is blued, and it has that rosewood, and it's reminiscent of this. I also wanted that 1917 Sabre from Cold Steel because it has this same look. You know what I'm saying? It's got that hardwood handle. I love that. Anyway, that's really what attracted me to this knife. Captain Electro did a video on it, and from the time I seen Cap's, I wanted one. Y'all need to go check out Cap's last 2 videos as well. That dude's Electro, my brother, I love you. He's just on a different level, guys. You need to hear him out. You need to listen to him. I admire him greatly. But he bought this machete. Thanks, Cap. Thanks for making me spend that cash. Now here, we're going ahead and getting some more spears, more punji sticks. Got a lot of neighborhood kids, and we want to make sure that they're well armed. I believe in being well armed and defending yourself. That's why I carry so many knives. And if you do this, kids go, "Oh my God, it's a sharpened stick," and they immediately throw it. So if we can get kids throwing spears, that might lead to athletics. You never know. Y'all see look at all the good old scabs doing here. Now, this tree is dead. So to my dear tree-hugging friends, here is my daily disclaimer. The few little shrubs you see me cut down were hackberries. They're a nuisance. They're a pain in the ass. And all of this property is getting cleared anyway. All this big wood you see chopped, this is felled trees from the storm. Now, this isn't, and of course, there you go, Scab, find the spot. This isn't 100% dead, okay? But it's got enough death to it. I was able to chop some. It didn't break it, is what I'm saying. So here, when I was able to get my hand in an okay position, it did not kill me, okay? But it was like each swing I'm having to set up, and if you watch my hand, I'm repositioning each time. I don't want to do that. So I'll mod the handle. We'll come back, let's say, in a couple of weeks, and with a modded handle and see. I'm just worried about the size. And again, guys, if you got one, show me. Don't tell me. Love to hear you. And let me say this too. This 1075 high carbon steel sharpens up very, very well, and on a plus to Condor, because I did a few more negatives than I normally do. Let me just do this as a plus. Their heat treat's spot on. There was not one bit of damage to this blade, to the edge, none. And if you know anything about hackberries, or like that tree to the left, that's a big oak. So hackberry is a hard, dense wood, okay? And we do a lot of chopping, a lot of cutting on this channel, and I try to swing it very hard. I'm trying to give you a good look at the capabilities of the knife. Well, guys, Mikey says it best: never give up, never surrender, and everything will be okay. I'm Scab, you're not, and I'm gone, son. Love y'all.